I often think about Jesus and the sea. Jesus was always close to the sea. The sea, for us, has a meaning of world, and the fish of lives, of people. And Jesus has called us to be fishermen, fishers of men, just as he called Peter. I imagine the figure of the fisherman with a lot of ways to fish. The fishing gear changes with the fisherman, and the fishermen are others. Another head, another vision, another culture. And the fishing tools are fishing line, hooks, net, trawlings, many things. Here, Recife is a coastal city, and there are also a lot of fishermen. It is a very nice city. To preach the gospel today is a little different than what it was a generation ago, which was different from the previous generation, and so on. And the church needs to find different strategies for evangelism. I think that we can have a toolbox with various things in order to reach the fish. And these days, technology, media, and TV all have a huge importance. Maybe television in Jesus' day would have been a horror, something despised. But this generation makes a space for it. Actually, a very large space. The internet is a spectacular tool. Here, in the city where we live, we have about 3.5 million people. Recife is a metropolitan city. There are more and more houses, buildings, apartments. Where there was a house, they destroy it and build a building where 100 families live, with a doorman, with everything, inaccessible to evangelize as was done before. In a metropolis, this is hard. People today don't pay much attention to those that hand out flyers. It is becoming harder and harder. Then we imagined that the television could be an interesting vehicle in order to enter into the homes of the people. There, crossing the barrier of the doorman of the properties, crossing the social and economic barriers of the people. Television is present in all homes today, practically all homes in Brazil. A few years ago, we felt in our hearts a challenge for television. And finally, the Church of the Nazarene entered television.
A program from the Church of the Nazarene in Brazil.
Hello friends, good evening. Welcome to the program, The Way, the Truth, and the Life.
The Word of God is very rich and brings teaching to every area of our life.
We began to make programs in kind of the traditional way, with a very simple camera, without much experience. But the Lord quickly directed us, organized us. We began to create this program by the name of The Way, the Truth, and the Life. Hello, dear friends. I bring excellent news for you. I would like to share with you tonight. Speaking about marriage, speaking about children, speaking about in-laws, speaking about the future, in the light of the Word of God, in a very spontaneous way. But the program of the Church of the Nazarene was really excelling by the grace of God, by God's guidance. And we ended up being the most watched program on that channel. Suddenly, we were given the opportunity to minister to many more. A minimum audience of 80,000 homes to 400,000 homes. We received a lot, hundreds and hundreds of testimonies of emails from people telling us what had happened in their lives. In the church where I pastor, we had several people who came through the TV.
I knew about the church through the program on the television.
I didn't like evangelicals, that's the truth. But today, I'm one of them.
I was well received. I always hid so no one would see me, but someone would seek me out and say welcome.
And his preaching, day after day, spoke to our hearts.
And it made me believe that I was on the right track. I got back on the right path.
Television is one of those tools that we took from the toolbox, and we are using it for this moment, for this city, for this generation. It isn't only TV, there are a lot of other ways. But God can inspire you so that you may have a ministry, a participation relevant for this generation. At this time, in this moment, from your Jerusalem, but also in Judea, Samaria, and if possible, to the ends of the earth. May God bless all the Nazarene brothers and sisters and lead us to a great fishing of lives in this generation.